Now, this video I'm making is gonna piss some of y'all off, but honestly, I don't give a shit because you gotta hear it. This right here is gonna piss some of y'all off, but you're a slave. Yeah, that's right, I said it. You're a slave. And you wanna know why you're a slave? Because somebody, either on the internet, somebody you don't even fucking know, but somebody in your personal life too, maybe some random stranger on the street, right? They had the intention of pissing you off. They wanted to get a reaction out of you. And you decided that you were going to give them what they wanted. Yeah. You decided you were going to flip the fuck out. Even though this person, I mean, to be fair, some people can have a negative effect in your life and they can get in the way of progress, but I'm talking about somebody just throwing a random insult, right? Somebody throwing an insult in the comments, somebody throwing an insult in person. They wanted to get a reaction out of you, and like this obedient slave you are, you gave it to them. You're very obedient. There's no other way to beat around the bush. I mean, I'm not going to mince words. I'm not going to toe the line. You're a slave. That is what you are. Let me put it this way, right? Your mind is like your own personal garden, right? Sometimes people can plant seeds in there, seeds of, say, insecurity, seeds of my brain is right now. It's like 4 a.m., 5 a.m. My brain is on malfunctioning right now. But you get what I'm trying to say. They could spread all kinds of seeds of negativity, seeds of insecurity, just fucked up shit, right? And you allowed them to plant that there because when they insulted you, you decided that you were going to respond because deep down inside, you probably knew it was true. I'll give you an example, right? Say if somebody called you stupid. Now, if you know you're not stupid, you're a very smart girl or a smart guy, why the hell did you allow this comment or this person that's calling you stupid to take control of your mind and get fucking angry at that when you know you're not stupid? If you're not stupid, you're not going to get angry. You're going to be like, I ain't stupid, so you can go fuck yourself. Move the fuck on. You don't need to fucking let that stay in your fucking head. Some of y'all let that shit stay in your head. You just let it resonate in there, right? At the end of the day, this might be a stoicism quote, I'm not sure, but you know, your mind is like a garden. If you plant seeds of doubt, you're gonna have doubt, right? If you plant seeds of positivity, I'm not trying to sound like one of those guys that's like, think positive all the time, because I know this bullshit that goes on in life, but I mean, it's true, right? If you plant seeds that are more positive, your mindset's gonna change. And this goes for me too, because I'm not perfect. I've made some mistakes. I've allowed people to fucking control what goes into my mind, and I'm working on that. You know, I'm human. You also need to work on that, especially you guys, because I know some of y'all, and I'm gonna be fucking blunt. You gotta get your shit together. You can't let this shit fucking. You can't let people put fucking seeds in your fucking garden that you don't want. Trust me, I know what that's like. I've been through that shit. Here's some more wisdom, right? Say, if someone insults you, right? No matter how offensive it is, whether it's an insult or a racist joke or racist insult, whatever, right? Doesn't matter. No matter how bad it is, right? Did that insult get in your way? And I'm talking about like, did the insult change your life? Did it destroy your bank account? Did it destroy your job? And I'm not talking about cancel culture. That's a separate thing. I'm talking about like a person insulting you, right? Did that insult get you divorced? Did that insult, um, did that insult take money out of your pocket? Did that insult make you not want to? I mean, for some of y'all, this does happen, but sometimes insults make you not want to work. Sometimes you quit your creative craft because somebody said you can't draw, you can't sing, you can't do something, and then you decide to just quit because that person commanded it pretty much, in a manner of speaking, right? So again, back to my first point. Did that insult basically change your life? If it did, it shouldn't. It really, really shouldn't. Now I know, depending on the context, if someone you love, I guess, there's a crazy insult, that's a whole different story. That's going to be tough to fight, but either way, you got to fight that too. You can't let these seeds stay in your garden. I know I'm using the garden metaphor a lot, but I think it's the best one, in my opinion. But yeah, I know I use my hands a lot. That's my Italian part of me. But no, what I'm basically saying is be careful what you let into your garden, because by garden, again, I mean my mind, your mind, because people out there, they they're like some of the worst gardeners out there. They want to plant seeds in your fucking head, and they want to destroy your garden because their own garden is not doing well. Their garden has, I don't know, what's the word, drought, right? They have drought. Sorry, again, 5 a.m., 4 a.m. I'm half asleep here. I had an epiphany. I had to make this video at this time, right? So, no, some people's own garden is full of drought. They can't plant seeds of progress, so they have to look at your garden and destroy yours because they don't want to be alone in their own fucked up garden, so they got to destroy your garden too. They want to like pull you in, right? And some of you, again, I'm going to repeat myself, you allow it. You're a slave. Master told you that you're pathetic, and by getting angry, by losing your fucking cool, or letting that shit stay in your mind, you allowed that shit. You were obedient. Let's be for real. Some of you are enablers. Actually, I got another thing to say. Doom scrolling. Some of you doom scroll, right? You go on the internet. You look for like, I don't know, a political opinion that you don't agree with, right? And you go into the comments, start fucking typing, and you'll get into a huge argument with someone. Sometimes that person's very stupid, and they'll say some of the most fucked up shit to you because you went out of your way to look for it. You went through doom scrolling, and even the doom scrolling alone, right? I know doom scrolling is not a person, but doom scrolling goes into your fucking head and fucks up your garden, right? So, but going back to the comments, you doom scroll, you find like a post that is extremely fucking negative or polarizing or divisive, right? And sometimes you yourself don't even have the knowledge on the situation, but anyway, you start commenting, you start arguing with somebody, and then they start insulting, and that insult stays in your head. You get very angry. Sometimes you make a post about the insult, or you'll show a screenshot of the person because they resonated in your garden. They destroyed your garden, and now it's staying with you. And now you got to tell the whole world about how this person offended me. Again, you're a slave. Yes, you are. And that person is your master. You don't want to hear it. Now, here is a reality some of y'all don't want to accept. People are always going to be fucking insulting. Let's be for real, right? You could do something that is close to a 10 out of 10, like maybe you'll write a book or you'll draw something. You're always going to have somebody that's going to say something stupid. Always. There's no getting around it. Now, whether I'm not talking about valid criticism, that's a whole different thing. Someone can criticize your stuff and it'll be valid, right? I'm talking about like there's somebody that's always going to hate on your shit no matter what. It could be close to perfect, and they got to find some fucking reason to be angry at you because, like I said before, people's garden is full of drought. Or actually, that's a little contradictory because they themselves are like planting seeds of like negativity or the worst parts of aspects of life, right? Like their garden is planted full of stuff, right? Forget the whole drought thing. Like the drought thing doesn't make any sense. I just realized that contradicts things, right? They have a garden. It's just a garden full of fucking bullshit. And that's not the kind of garden you want. So, again, these people are always going to exist. It is impossible to expect the entire world to be sunshines and rainbow. That's not the reality. Maybe somebody told you that we can make this perfect utopia where everybody is singing kumbaya and jerking off at the campfire. That's not reality. There's always going to be assholes, and you got to decide whether these assholes can't plant seeds in your own garden when their own garden is full of bullshit. So you don't want to hear this, but you gotta hear it. Some of y'all gonna get angry with me. I don't give a shit. You can get mad at me, but I'm telling you this because you need to fucking hear it. So answer me this, right? Today I just called you a slave. Are you a slave?